I will be happy to outline that process for you. Beginning in actually in October of 2012, the facility committed to identifying veterans who had been scheduled more than 3 months in the future. They identified more appropriate slots to see these individuals sooner.
Okay, Dr. Lynch, I apologize, but we're not going to be able to have long-winded comments. You said you told the staff that it was your impression that the list was destroyed. Is that what you're saying today?
That is what I'm saying.
Okay. Mr. Huff.
At that time.
Mr. Huff, you were in the room at the time.
I was.
Did Mr. Lynch say it was his impression that the list was destroyed? You are under oath.
I believe that's what he said.
You believe or you know?
I believe that's what he said from my memory.
You didn't take any notes. You were in the room and you took no notes?
I took notes. And I don't have those in front of me today, but I believe...
Well, let me ask you a question. If you took notes at that meeting, why haven't those notes been provided to this committee as part of the subpoena for all records talking about the destruction of the list, including notes, phone calls, emails, letters, and memos?
I turned over all of my documents to the Office of General Counsel.
Does anybody at the table know why those notes have not been delivered? Ms. Mooney?
The Office of General Counsel...
Your mic is not on.
Oh, sorry. Because this is a legal issue, the Office of General Counsel has the lead for the department. My understanding is that upon receipt of the subpoena on May 8th, the Office of General Counsel began responding to the subpoena and dedicated a significant number of employees and resources to that effort in pulling responsive email records for 27 individuals.
Let me interrupt.
Excuse me.
Let me interrupt you and read you the definition in the subpoena. The term document means any written record or graphic matter of any nature whatsoever, regardless of how recorded, whether classified or unclassified, and whether original or copy, including but not limited to the following memoranda, instructions, working papers, records, notes, letters, notices, confirmation, telegrams, in other words, everything. Why have we not received all of the documents requested in the subpoena, even though we got a letter from the General Counsel late last night that said VA was done?
I understand that General Counsel has held a very small number of documents for attorney-client privilege. They've been in communication with your staff in ongoing discussions related to those documents.
Are the records from a briefing part of the protected notes that the General Counsel is claiming attorney-client privileged about?
Mr. Chairman, I would defer to the Office of General Counsel for that.
So the question again is, have VA complied with the terms of the subpoena?
It's my understanding that VA has provided the committee with relevant information in response to that subpoena.
Can you say anything without reading your prepared notes?
Sir, this is within the Office of General Counsel. General Counsel would be the appropriate party to ask.
And we did ask the Office of General Counsel to come brief members last week, and the General Counsel declined. He said he declined because he didn't want to brief the members, he wanted to brief the staff. There's not a single person sitting up here in this room that's staff that voted for the subpoena. The members did. Until VA understands that we're deadly serious, you can expect us to be over your shoulder every single day. And while I have your attention, can you please explain to me why we in fact have 110 outstanding requests for information, some dealing with this issue specifically, and if you want a specific one, why have you not told this committee yet who was disciplined in Augusta, Georgia and Columbia, South Carolina, where 9 veterans died because they were on a waiting list for colonoscopies.
As you know, Mr. Chairman, in the last 5 years, the Office of Congressional and Legislative Affairs has responded to over 100,000 requests for information.
Ma'am, veterans died. Get us the answers, please.
I understand that, Mr. Chairman, and I will look.
That's what you said 3 months ago. This has been going on since January. Since January. In case you don't know it, we put on our website every week what we ask for, and nothing changes from week to week. We have an oversight responsibility in this Congress, and we cannot do our job appropriately if you don't provide us the information that we request.